Welcome to the ultimate preview of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations final, the final match preview of this tournament. It is Nigeria versus Morocco, a clash between Africa's dominant force and a new force looking to make history, set to light up the Olympic Stadium in Rabat on July the 26th, 2025. My name is Ayoti, and this is EaglesTracker, the home of Nigerian football. And today we are diving deep into everything you need to know about this highly anticipated final. From global rankings to key players, tactical battles, and my predictions, I've got you covered. Plus, we'll explore the stakes, the history, and what this final means for African women's football. So grab your jersey, settle in, and let us get into it. Nigeria, the 9-time champions, are chasing a record extending 10th title in Morocco, while the hosts are hunting their first ever WAFCON crown. They are backed by a passionate home crowd and an administration that frankly gives them all the tools they need to succeed. So let's break it down by starting with where the teams stand on the global stage. As of the latest FIFA Women's World Rankings, Nigeria sits at 36 globally and are the highest ranked African side, while Morocco are ranked 60th and are the third highest African side. They made history in 2023 as the first North African team to qualify for the Women's World Cup, and they reached the round of 16 before losing 4-0 to France. Both teams are current powerhouses in African football, but Nigeria's higher ranking and historical dominance give them an edge on paper. The WAFCON is being hosted in Morocco for the second consecutive time, and this time the stakes are much bigger. The winner gets a $1 million prize money, which is a 100% increase from 2022. And of course, there is that brand new, beautiful trophy that is there to be won. Let us dive into how both of these teams have performed in the tournament and how they even got to the final in the first place. For Nigeria, the Super Falcons, they've been a juggernaut in this tournament. They topped Group B with an unbeaten record, a 3-0 win over Tunisia, a 1-0 victory against Botswana, and a goalless draw with Algeria. They finished the group stage with 7 points and a +4 goal difference. Their defense was flawless, conceding 0 goals in the group stage. In the quarterfinals, they sent a message to the rest of Africa with a 5-0 demolition of Zambia, one of the tournament's favorites before the tournament even started. And then in the semi-finals, facing defending champion South Africa, we won a nail biter, a 2-1 thriller. Rashida Ajibade's penalty and Michelle Alozie's stoppage time, long range cross turn shots sealed the spot in the final. Very dramatic game, very important victory for the Super Falcons. Morocco, the Atlas Lionesses, they have also been very good. They are thriving on home soil. They topped Group A with 7 points, a 2-2 draw with Zambia, a 4-2 win over DR Congo, and a 1-0 victory against Senegal, plus 3 goal difference and a tournament leading 7 goals in the group stage. In the quarterfinals, they dispatched Mali 3-1. And then in their semi-final match against Ghana, it was a nail biter. It ended 1-1 after extra time, but they prevailed in a penalty shootout, winning 4-2. Statistically, Nigeria's defense is the tournament's best, with just 1 goal conceded in 5 matches, while Morocco leads the attack with 10 goals. This sets up a classic battle of Nigeria's defensive steel against Morocco's attacking prowess. But who are the key players to watch? Who are the players that could decide this final? For Nigeria, I'm keeping an eye on these players. Number 1, Rashidat Ajibade. The captain and attacking midfielder or winger has been a game changer for the Super Falcons. She has won the Woman of the Match award in Nigeria's last 3 matches, and she's currently on course to potentially be named as the player of the entire tournament. She has really been playing great football, particularly in the quarterfinal and semi-final matches, and I think that she could be the key to unlocking Morocco and leading Nigeria to the trophy. Her versatility in attack is very, very impressive, and she's a leader with a knack for big moments. It would be a great sight to see her lift the trophy as captain and win her second WAFCON. We also have Chiamaka Nadozie. She has been a wall in defense, 4 clean sheets in 5 matches. She hasn't had too much to do in this tournament, to be fair, but every time that she is called upon, she answers the call with a lot of confidence and pride. Her composure under pressure will be crucial against Morocco's attackers. With Chiamaka Nadozie in goal, Nigerian players and fans can always feel confident of not allowing any sloppy goals to go in. Number 3, I have Esther Okoronkwo. She leads the tournament with 4 assists, and she also scored in the 5-0 Zambia rout. Her pace, her creativity, her skill on the ball could unlock Morocco's defense. If she comes to the party, it would definitely not be easy for Morocco. I just say that she should be aware of her touch and aware of the amount of time that she takes on the ball so that she doesn't give possession away in dangerous areas. And then finally, Halima Twainde, our veteran midfielder, will have to play a key role in ensuring that Morocco do not hit us on the break too many times. She will have to deal with the threat of Chebak, while also sometimes covering the half spaces and helping the likes of Michelle Alozier in defense if she's caught out of position. In this match, in this final, another big performance is needed from Halima Twainde. And for Morocco, I picked out 3/4 players to watch. Number one, Ghislaine Shebak, their captain, their leader, the 2022 WAFCON player of the tournament. She has 4 goals in this 2024 edition, including a hat-trick against DR Congo. Her vision, her finishing make her a constant threat. She is the leader of the Moroccan team, and a large part of their play and their creativity runs through her. If they are to win this game, then Shebak will more than likely have a major role to play. She is one that the Nigerian players will have to watch and be aware of. Number two, Ibtisam Draidi. With 3 goals, including a brace against Mali, she is Morocco's spearhead. Not only for her goal scoring, but her movement off the ball. She will test Nigeria's backline. Osinachi Ohale and Tosin Dimenyi will need to ensure that they are aware of her at all times. She likes to move around the front line and she can be a danger. Sometimes she's making runs to receive the ball. Sometimes she's making dummy runs to allow space for other players like Shebak or their wingers to run into. So she's one player that we need to pay attention to. And then number three, I said Sana Msudi or Fatima Tagno. Whichever of these players starts from the left side of Morocco's attack, they pose a similar threat. It is unlikely that they both start since they are both left wingers. But they are very skillful players who can drive with the ball, who can dribble past players, and they can deliver a good final ball. I think between Michelle Alozier and Osinachi Ohale, they could have their work cut out for them if the Moroccans get time and space on the ball. Their dribbling ability, talking about Umsudi and Tagno, combined with Draidi's movement up top, could be very dangerous. If you've watched their previous games, or even if you watched the semi-final match against Ghana, you would have seen this. Honorable mentions include Nigeria's Ashley Plumter, a rock at left back, and Morocco's Yasmin Rabet, their holding midfielder. Any one of these players could tilt the game in their team's favor if they do very, very well. But what are the key player matchups? The matchups that could define this final. Number one would be Rashidat Ajibade versus Redwani. Rashidat Ajibade is always a threat against any side. And I think in this match, she matches up favorably against Morocco's left back. Her pace, her skills, her energy, her crossing could overwhelm Radwani and allow Rash to create some key chances for the Super Falcons. I really hope that the coach starts her from there because I think she will have the better of the matchup with their left back. Number two, I have Osinachi Ohale versus Ibtisam Draidi. Nigeria's defense is facing Morocco's good striker. Draidi's 3 goals show her finishing ability, but like I mentioned previously, her movement is something that needs to be monitored. We saw Ohale concede a cheap penalty against South Africa, just not being able to keep up with Magaya. And I think that she will need to be careful with Draidi in order not to give away another penalty in this game. Because if you take your eye off Draidi, she can be in another area of the field. And you know, when you're trying to keep up with a player without actually moving your feet, it is very easy for you to reach out and arm, drag the player back, things like that. I really hope it doesn't happen. But I think that that's going to be a matchup to watch. And then number three would be Michelle Alozier versus Morocco's wingers. Whether it be Sanam Sudi or Fatima Tagno, Morocco loves attacking from the wings. And Alozier's defensive ability will be tested. So far in this tournament, she has had some good moments. She has had some not so good moments, but she will need to have a great moment in this final. If she and Nigeria's backline can neutralize Morocco's wide play, it could blunt their attack. Number four would be Halimatu Ainde versus Ghislaine Shebak. I think Halimatu Ainde would need to be very, very aware of Shebak's threats. Making those late runs into the box, Shebak can be very dangerous. We need to be aware of her. We need to ensure that she doesn't have the freedom to do that. Her passing, her moving the ball forward, we need to be aware of it. On the counter, driving for Morocco, Ainde needs to be aware of it. I think a big performance will be needed from Halimatu Ainde in this match. Let's talk about the head-to-head. Previous meetings between both sides in competition. Nigeria and Morocco have met twice in competitive WAFCON matches, and so far it is a 1-1 record. In the year 2000, Nigeria won 10 in the group stage, but in 2022, Morocco got their revenge in the semi-finals, winning 5-4 on penalties after a 1-1 draw, with Nigeria down to 9 players after red cards to Rasheedat Ajibade and Halimatu Ainde. It was Morocco's first win over Nigeria, and it propelled them to the final on home soil, where they lost 2-1 to South Africa. So they would be hoping to get the better of the head-to-head record with a victory in this final. As far as tactical setups and style of play, Nigeria under Coach Madugu typically lines up in a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 formation. The setup emphasizes balancing defensive solidity with a double pivot in midfield, allowing Ajibade to push forward as a number 10 or winger with the wing play and the attacking threats that the Nigerian players have. Rock solid defense led by Ashley Plumter, Osinachi Ohale, and Tosin May, with quick transitions to pacey forwards like Okoronkwo, Ajibade, Babajide, whoever starts. And of course, up front, we have the players like Ihezuo that can score and finish goals for Nigeria. I think in order for Nigeria to be able to get the better of Morocco in this match, they need to aim to press high. I have pinpointed the Moroccan centre-back, number 3 jersey, Benzina, as someone that is not too composed in defense. And I think high pressing from Okoronkwo, from Ijamilusi, from Ihezuo can make her make some errors. And it is something that we need to look into. We should also aim to attack from our right side, because I believe that Ajibade and Okoronkwo together going up against Redwani, the Moroccan left back, we will win that battle and we'll be able to create chances and drag players out of position. Halimatu Ainde would also need to keep a keen eye on Ghislaine Chebak and make sure that she's under control. Limits the time that she has on the ball when Morocco are going on counter attacks. Morocco, coached by Jorge Vilda, who won the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup with Spain, uses a fluid 4-3-3 or 4-1-4-1 formation. They are versatile. They are capable of high pressing. They are capable of wing play through Msudi or Tagno, or central attacks via Shebak and Draidi. Vilda has brought that Spanish vibe to Morocco. He has made them to be a cohesive unit. Boy, they move the ball very well. I personally think that Morocco played the best brand of football in this tournament. They are organized in both the defense and in their attack. When they are off the ball, they maintain their positioning. They are composed. They are very, very well organized. And when they have the ball, when they are going on the attack, they are just as organized. They know how to create chances. They've scored 10 goals in 4 matches. However, their defense has also conceded 4 goals. So they are not unbreachable. With Nigeria's attack, we can score goals. But we need to ensure that we also don't allow them to come at us with too much time and space. I also think that the Moroccan goalkeeper is not the best. We saw in the Ghana game that she can make some unforced errors. So the Super Falcons need to be ready to pounce should any of those moments happen in the final. Nigeria's style is disciplined, is counter-attacking, is pacey, while Morocco's style is possession-based with flair. Morocco will look to dominate the ball and use the energy from their crowd to put pressure on Nigeria. The crowd will have laser pointers pointed into the eyes of the Nigerian players. The crowd will be applying pressure on the referee. The crowd will be the 12th woman for Morocco. The Super Falcons need to maintain their calmness. They need to maintain their discipline. They need to maintain their composure throughout this match. Because any small mistake and it could be punished. We've seen it before. We can see it again. This match in particular is when I really, really believe that home advantage will come into play. So the Super Falcons need to be very, very disciplined in this match. As far as my preferred starting 11, I'll keep the defense the way it has been. From Chiamaka Nnadozie in goal, Ashley Plumter at left back, Michelle Alozie at right back, Tosin Dimeng and Osinachi Ohale in the center of the defense. My holding midfielders, I will play 2 holding midfielders in this match. I will play Halimatu Ainde and I will also play Christy Uchebe. I like and respect the work that Folashade Jamilusi has been doing. But in this match, I don't necessarily think that her pressing from that position will be too effective because Morocco know how to move the ball quite well. And if she presses too high and then they beat her, they have even less players that they have to face in their attack. So I'll play Ucheibe, who knows how to get forward and also very, very, very good in defense. So I'll play those two holding midfielders, and then I'll play, if she's fit, Jennifer Echegini ahead of them. In the attack, I'll go with Okoronkwo up front. I'll go with Ajibade on the right. And despite the fact that I've been talking about how I don't like Ihezuo as a left winger, I prefer her as a striker. For this particular match, I will start Ihezuo as a left winger, just so that she can press from the front. She can apply pressure on the goalkeeper as well as the defenders. And then if it's not working out, maybe by the 50th minute, I will bring on Winsor Babajide to come and offer more attacking quality from the left side. But again, if you remember, I said I think Nigeria's focus for attacks should be down the right side. That is why I can sacrifice having that quality from the start on the left side of my attack. Let me know what your own preferred lineup is in the comment section. But of course, Coach Madugu can shock us and can bring something that we're not expecting. As far as prediction, it's time for my prediction. Nigeria's defensive record and experience in finals, 9 titles, makes them the favorite for this match. 5-0 thrashing of Zambia, 2-1 win over South Africa in the semis show that we are getting into our best football. We are picking at the right time. Morocco, though, I'm sure they would not look at themselves as underdogs. They have 10 goals in this tournament. They have the home support. They have Jorge Vilda's tactical know-how. And they have to be considered a real threat. They will be looking at their 2022 semi-final victory over Nigeria as a sign that they can compete and hold their own against the Super Falcons. They have also grown since the 2022 edition. I'm going to predict a tight match. This game has the potential of even going to extra time. Nigeria's defense gives them an edge. Nigeria's experience gives them an edge. Nigeria's goalkeeper gives them an edge. But Morocco's attack could also be crucial and lethal in this match. However, my scoreline is going to be Nigeria 2, Morocco 1. Rasheedat Ajibade scores the winner and lifts the trophy as captain of the Super Falcons. Mission X will be completed. What do you think? What's your score prediction? Who do you think is going to get on the score sheet? Let me know in the comments below and I will engage with you as always. Beyond the trophy, this final is massive. The winner takes home $1 million, US dollars, doubled from 2022, reflecting CAF's investment in women's football. A win here cements the status as Africa's best. For Nigeria, it is about reclaiming their throne after South Africa's 2022 upset. For Morocco, a first title would be a landmark for North African women's football and would be historic for them. Plus, with 45,562 fans packing the stadium, you can expect a cauldron-like atmosphere. It will be hard to spot the green jerseys in the crowd. So it is going to be an intense match. This match is a showcase of the growth of African women's football. From Nigeria's dominance to Morocco's rise, it is a testament to the talent and the passion on the continent. So make sure you do not miss the final on July 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. The game will be taking place at the Olympic Stadium in Rabat. This is Nigeria versus Morocco, a battle of experience and dominance versus ambition, history versus destiny. Who will be the first to lift this new WAFCON trophy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like this video, guys, and please subscribe for more Nigerian and African football content. My name is Ayoti, and I'll see you after the final. Thank you for watching our WAFCON 2024 final preview, our final preview of this tournament. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and join me for our post-match analysis on July 26th. Nigeria, Morocco, I can't wait. Until next time, let's keep loving African football. Let's keep loving Nigerian football. Let's keep loving women's football. Let's keep loving the beautiful game. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.